Today's guest is an actress, podcaster, mom, and she buys her clothes at the American Girl doll store. Her new Netflix original movie, Tall Girl 2, is out now. Welcome, Angela Kinsey. I had to. I'm such an Office fan. I adore you. I mean it only in the best way. I hope that's okay.
No, it's totally fine. I don't know if I can fit into the American Girl dolls clothes anymore, but I have been known to still go to Gap Kids. I'm
I
so sorry.
Is that true?
It's true.
Oh, I love that. That is
Gap
like
Kids.
such great intel. Wow. Okay, so let's talk about the movie. I've always identified as a tall girl. I do not get to shop at Gap Kids. I used to work for Martha Stewart. She called me tall girl. So it's
Did
not
she really?
she really
Martha.
did. She really did. She would be like, tell the tall girl over there, whatever. Um so it's not lost on me that we're talking about your new film, Tall Girl 2. Tell us about this film.
So it is a sequel. There was Tall Girl, the first one, where we meet Jody and her family, and her friends at school. And this movie just continues her story a little bit. And really, it just highlights some of those themes that it doesn't matter what age you are, that we all struggle with of just being comfortable in your own skin and believing in yourself and not tearing yourself down, but learning to build yourself up no matter what the situation, and knowing that even when things feel scary, that you're going to get through it and you're going to be okay.
I really love that because one of the things that the film really focused on was Jody's imposter syndrome, which I think, all of us can totally relate to that concept.
Right.
And I think nothing really teaches you to kind of defeat your imposter syndrome or overcome it like being an actor or a performer in any way. How do you conquer it, or how did you conquer it?
I mean, I don't think you ever conquer it. I think that's the thing, right? Like, I mean, let that go, because if you don't conquer it, then you feel like you fail, right? So it's just like, I feel like it's a lifelong thing, no matter what your profession or what you choose to do in life, of having days where you feel really great about yourself and you're like, I crushed it today. Whether it's like, hey, I did a great job as a mom today, or I was a good friend today, or I was a good daughter, or I did a great job at work today, whatever it is, or at school. And then there's days where you're like, I just wasn't my best, and I could have done better. And just to not live in that moment, to learn from whatever it was that didn't make you feel great that day and reflect on it and then move on, because it's a whole new day tomorrow and there'll be new things coming at you, and you're going to take some of the wisdom from yesterday and you're going to be okay.
I I really I love that. And I love that you touched on the motherhood aspect because one of the other things I wanted to ask you about is I've seen the first movie, I've obviously seen the second movie. And, Jodie's character has come a long way in the second film in regards to her feelings as opposed to her sister. And as I know you're a mother and a stepmother, and there are bound to be these issues in a household filled with multiple children. How do you have a tip for parents that are dealing with this?
That are dealing with what exactly?
Like one child feeling inadequate compared to another
Oh,
child or any kind of
sure. Yeah.
competition.
Yeah. I mean, we have two boys and a girl. And so, they are all so different. We're all so unique. We all have such interesting, amazing things that we bring to the table, and I think that's the thing we really try to highlight, which is, no one brings what you bring. You bring specifically you. And that is wonderful. And that we're just this great, like blended mix, right? And we all have the thing that we contribute. So we really try to focus on that.
I love that. I think that's one. I'm an only child. I got all the attention. So I don't, one of the things that concerns me about having any other kids is how do you overcome that? And that's such a beautiful explanation of, it's what you would say in any other facet of life. Okay. So the judgmental cold sound of Angela Martin's voice lulls me to sleep almost every single night. That is not an exaggeration. I watch it every
Ashley, do we need to
nice.
talk?
Yes,
Ashley, are
we
you
do.
okay?
I am not okay. Um, so it's so bizarre for me to see you in a role where you're so lovely and jovial and smiling and happy. Do you prefer playing this like very lovable, almost villain character, or somebody who's more, happy, upbeat, what you seem like in real life?
I mean, it's so fun to play something completely opposite from yourself, you know? I had such a blast playing Angela Martin because I am not confrontational. I think probably one of the things I've worked on myself is not always being a people pleaser, and being okay to sometimes just have boundaries and say
That's a hard
no,
one.
you know. But Angela Martin, man, she was so good at boundaries, and it was really fun to play someone like that. We sort of have a joke in my house, my husband and I, that after 9 years of playing Angela Martin, I have a resting bitch face, RBF. And so I'll be completely happy, but my expression will be like, and it'll be like, babe, what's up? I'm like, nothing. What? I'm just making a sandwich. What's going on? And he's like, you like have this look. And I think after 9 years, I'd be on set and I'd be like chatty and laughing with Jenna. And then they'd say, okay, action. And I'd have to go, and make the face, the Angela face. And now I think sometimes my face is just like, oh, I'm going to hang out here for a minute.
We've all been known to have resting bitch face at times, so it's like and I'm sure the Angela thing really played into that. It's so weird to talk about a character that has the same name as you, huh?
I know it is weird. That's why I often say Angela Martin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because she's her own person. There's this video going around right now on social media where it's like actors will do that thing. That's not my name.
Yes.
That's not they call me that, they do. And like mine would just be like, but that is my name.
We need a remix.
Yeah, exactly.
A remix on the TikTok. Okay, so we ask all of our moms this question. And obviously I have to ask you, what is the number one thing you think that every mom should outsource if she has the means to do so?
Oh gosh. I mean, I don't have this, but it's the thing I daydream about. My husband and I daydream about. We don't have this, but we have 3 kids right now, and because of ages and interests, they're at 3 different schools. Ooh. So we have 3 different morning drop-offs and 3 afternoon pickups, right? In 3 locations. And so every day it's like a little bit of a juggling act. It's like, okay, I can get Jack today because I'll be over there. You can get Kate. Okay, Isabel's going to ride home with her friend. And like, we have this amazing family. Our son Cade's friend Leo, their family lives really close to us. So want to give a shout out to Veronica, Leo's mom, who helps us in the morning. Like sometimes Cade will ride with Leo. So it's like, I guess this is a very domestic thing to share, but sometimes I fantasize about having someone like that can go do all the afternoon pickup or something like,
yes,
that's
a wonderful answer. My son's 4 and I'm kind of dreading the point where he starts having a zillion and one activities and like having to, I don't know, be all over the place all the time with it. It seems very daunting.
I call it mom taxi.
Yeah.
And that's what you are. Some days you're just mom taxi. My mother had this magnet on our fridge. We had the old timey fridge where you could put magnets on them. And she had a magnet for so long, all through growing up. And I didn't get it. And now I get it. I think back to this magnet all the time. It was a mom looking completely frazzled. It was like a cartoon. Her hair was all over the place and she was behind the steering wheel of her car. And the caption said, if a mother's place is the home, then why am I always in the damn car?
I love that. Angela, thank you so, so much for taking the time to talk with us, and congrats on the new film.
Thank you so much. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.